Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, and welcome to a little Get Ready With Me. I just feel like playing because today is a very stressful mothering day and I just need to unwind. Like, parents out there, do you ever feel like parenting is just constantly feeling terrible? My son is sick right now and very, very ornery. Like the last few days, his tantrums when I'm trying to blow his nose because his nose hurts. He's so feisty and it's just like, sir, I'm trying to help you, you know that, right? And he's like, Heifer, I don't care, get out my face with that tissue. You know. And so he was super ornery and he wouldn't eat. Of course he wanted to eat as we were trying to get out the door. He kept taking his socks off, just a lot. But then we get to the school and now he's crying for me, like, no mom, don't go. And I'm just like, I need to unwind. So we're gonna play makeup. I wanna do brows, okay? So my channel is very sporadic and I'll be talking about something in a video, post that video and talk about something that should have already been posted but is not yet. So if you're new to my channel, Made by Mitchell is my favorite brand. You can take a little gander at the website. Beauty Bay has them. Ulta also carries limited Made by Mitchell products. But the color cases are my absolute favorite product. They are so much fun, okay? These are concealer, paint, like consistency products that are, you can use it for anything, you know? So I'm going to use this for my brows today, which is what I primarily like to use them for, but they're good for everything. They're good for eyeshadow, they're good for cutting your crease, they're good for liner, lips, blush. You can do everything and anything with these. So I was kind of thinking about doing blue, but both of my brows blue, and I was thinking of like kind of playing with the different tones of blue. I have one more blue. Actually, I have a few more blues. I don't know when this cough gonna go. But in the Pro, I have a blue there, and then in the actual sludge box, which is for the brows, the shade Mykonos. I feel like I say that word weird. It looks like purple here, but it does kind of swatch out as a blue. So we might use that if we need some definition. But for right now, I'm going to just attempt a blue brow for you, okay? So last night I was playing with makeup and oh God, it was such a good little play. And okay, son, really? We just gonna roll with it, okay? And I just really enjoy doing color brows. It's so much fun. And part of me wants to, I shaved my brows off once. I think it was, yeah, sometime last year I shaved my brows off. And then I bought these stencils. I still have them, or like tattoos. They were okay, but I would just love to learn how to like glue them down so they're really flat so I could do like abstract brows. I feel like this would be a really good product for that. But until we get there, we just gonna do what we can do, okay? So the only colors I have a hard time with are like the pink from this one, the pomegranate shade, and then the orange and the yellow. They're too close to my undertone, so where I have to build the brow, they just get lost. I can bring them back a little bit when I highlight under them, but for the most part, those aren't the colors that I have tried very often. But green, blue, purple, even red, you know, them type blonde, them types of colors, I like those. But let me just shut up and get started. I'm gonna go in with this blue from the Electric case. This is called Too Blue. And we're gonna just pop her on. I also love the Made by Mitchell brushes. They are such good quality. They wash out really well and they do not stain, which is important because a lot of his products are quite full color. So staining was something I was worried about with this like light green highlighter bristle, but no, I haven't had any staining. I can wash everything out of all of my Made by Mitchell brushes, so that's nice. And it's a really quick process. And I think my favorite part of this is once it's highlit, oh God, it's so satisfying. So I have to bring this brow up to kind of match this one, and then I'll forget to bring the tail of this one up and out more. So it's a work in progress. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a clean spoolie. Actually, I want a disposable. I try to get most of my stuff in a place where I won't be clickety clacking, but I always forget a little bit, right? And I just like to comb backwards so that my brow hairs actually get coated. I found some of the colors my hair just sticks through. Red, some of the blues. Actually the more true blue, the pastels are really good at coating everything. It could possibly be that white base in the product, but either way, I just, you know, try to coat all the hairs until they look somewhat blent. Okay. Now, because I'm extra, I am actually, ooh, you know what? Let's use the Mykonos shade, and I'm gonna use that to just kind of give us a dark outline. Yep, I like that. And we'll do the top as well. I'm gonna just drag that color kind of down. I like it. And now I'm gonna go into the Eclectics, which is the pastel one. We're gonna go into this top blue, which is called See You Later. And that's gonna be the front part of my brow. I feel like it always looks super crazy until I get that brow bone into, you know, formation, and then once I get the other brow on, like, then things look good. Or I'm delusional. Either way, lie to me and just agree like a good friend would. All right, but I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. I'm gonna pop on my base. It's not really important. We're gonna talk about other things, and then I'll come back to you. All right, I'm done. These brows actually gave me a run for my little money, girl. I was like, what is happening? All right, but I think we've come out of it pretty much unscathed. So I have my face done. This is all Kabuto Beauty. Juvia's Place Hydrating Foundation, Too Faced Multi-Sculpt Concealer, setting the under eye with Dermablend Warm Saffron, setting the rest of the face with my Juvia's Place Eye Magic Press Powder and the Micro Smooth Sephora powder. Then I put on my bronzer from, my contour from Nikki K. And then I'm using two of the blushes from my Depotted Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. And now we're gonna do some highlights. So I usually don't ever do like highlighter, like my colored highlighters. I have a lot of color highlighters, but I usually use them for my eyes. We are going to use them for the face, and since I'm wearing blue brows, we're gonna do a blue highlight, okay? Now, it's funny that, you know, NYX came out with all these like buttermelt things, but I don't think they have a blue one. Why isn't that? They should have made a blue one. They made green and they made purple. Should have made blue. But I'm going to use this as our highlight today. I just saw my highlighting brush, didn't I? Oh, here you are. All right. This is a discontinued one from Essence. These two were from the Harlequin collection, and I can't remember if that was from, what's it called? Something Squad? Something Squad? Suicide Squad, or if this was a Joker thing, or if it was just from the Harlequin movies. Either way, they are both based off of Harlequin. And this one is called Lucky You. And yeah, this is my first time using a blue highlighter. And I can see why. Not terrible, but not really the move I was hoping to make. Okay, wait a minute. Give her a minute, let her cook. Not terrible. Just a little jarring, okay? I'm gonna take my blush brush and just shush her down. When I was in elementary school, or was it middle school? There was this boy named Brett, and he would always say, "Stop shushing me down," because he talked so much, and we'd be like, "Shh," he'd be like, "Stop shushing me down." I've never forgot that. All right, so that's our highlighter. I don't know, we did it. Moving on. Okay, so I want this makeup to be really easy because I think we're gonna pull out some winged liner. I think we're gonna do some graphic, or not, maybe not graphic, but definitely some water activated liner. I haven't done that in a minute and a half. So I do need to do something for the eyes, okay? Because whenever I do like a highlight brow this bright, I do like to bump it up next to something that's more my skin tone, unless I'm doing color, then it doesn't matter. Then it doesn't matter all that much. But I have really been enjoying my liquid shades from Juvia's Place. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use the shade Maple Latte, which says, wait. Let's go with this one today. We're gonna go with Coffee Cake. And I'm gonna pop this on, I'm gonna buff her out, and this is gonna be our eyeshadow. Now, I might go ahead and put something in the crease, but I do wanna do some water activated liner, so we don't have to be too fancy. I'm gonna do water activated liner. We don't have to be too fancy with the eye, but we do need to get our hair out the way. Okay, did I say the color? Yeah, Coffee Cake. Ooh, I love this color. These are so good. I love these shades. I feel like, so I put the shimmer shades in my Use It or Lose It, and I feel like that is probably where they're gonna stay because I just don't care for them based off of the way I have to I feel I personally have to manipulate this type of shadow. As you see, I'm putting it on, I'm buffing it in. I want it to be smooth. I don't want any lumps or chunks or anything like that. So I need to be able to put her where she needs to go and sat her down, you know? With the shimmers, it's just so much easier to buff away the glitz and the glam and the sparkle of the product when that is the case. Now, I'm gonna give them a try because I feel like maybe if I just tap them on, I might get a better application, but sometimes if you put too much on or not enough on, it just becomes, it's really problematic, and I just feel like I'm not getting any of the impact that you might see in a swatch of those colors translating on the eye, and I don't like that. I put way more on the other eye, so we gotta match that energy. These build really nicely. They dry, I'd say they dry down in about 30 seconds. So I still have time to get them where I want them, but that is that. And I love that color. I'm gonna take the brush. I'm gonna pop this on my lower lash line as well. This is like one of my favorite colors to do when I'm doing graphic liner, because it's bright enough to look like something is there, but it's kind of like that pinky brown, brownish pink that also lets whatever I put on top of it really steal the show if it needs to. So I don't know, I think we should do blue, yeah? Blue, purple, and maybe like, I don't know, maybe some orange or something. I don't know, the blue highlighter is really tripping me out. I don't know if I like it. So we're gonna complement with some orange highlighter. This is probably my favorite highlighter that I've, like, colored highlighter, because I don't think I actually have an orange highlighter. Okay, and that's a lot, but I'm trying to cover that blue. And then I'm gonna go in again with my blush brush and just gonna soften that up. Oh, much better. Okay, blue highlighter, not from moi, but it was cute, girl, it was cute. 'Twas a moment, 'twas a moment. Okay, so I think the only thing I wanna do is add a little bit of color on the outer V, a little bit of eyeshadow. I have been loving and, you know, swallowing my foot on this one, very much taken with this Natasha Denona palette. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more because this one is just such a complete, like, it's a complete win, honestly, to me. The colors are right. I still don't understand why we did 2 palettes. I don't really find anything very dramatic about this palette. I think I stick to, because my first video should be up where I use this. I still think if you're gonna do like a natural version or whatever the first one's called and then a dramatic version, they're so similar with just a few shades being tweaked that I think a dramatic palette would have been like a colored palette. So like you got dark purples, dark blues, jewel tones, things like that, you know, really glitzy, glammy, like avant-garde shimmers, like something like that would be a dramatic palette. You really just did, you did a Sydney Grace, honestly. You did a light version and a slightly deeper version, but it just felt like a wasted opportunity to me. This is just my personal thoughts. And again, I'm not someone who really likes Natasha Denona, so you gotta take what I say with a grain of salt. I feel like I've seen most people, regardless of your skin tone, going towards the dramatic version. And if that's the case, it's like, why was the other one even made? You know what I mean? But whatever, point is, I have it and I do really like this formula. It would have to be a really special palette for me to get another one. And again, I did find her on clearance. I don't know why. So anyways, I am gonna go in with a brown. I don't wanna take this black because we're gonna be doing that blue. So I just wanna use a brown that's gonna give us a little bit of something. So I'm gonna use this shade here, which is W3. I've been having a really good time just using like one shade at a time and just seeing what these browns do. And I do enjoy them. This is a brown heavy palette, but they all kind of play differently and quite uniquely, so I do like them. I've yet to find a base or eyeshadow, like liquid eyeshadow, that this doesn't work with, and I just think this is a quite elite formula. They are very nice. I was about to say, who the hell is in my apartment? Me. I have my YouTube channel on in the living room. I like to do that when maybe I'm not positive if I'm going to play in the makeup, but I'm still makeup oriented, but I want to focus on myself, which sounds conceited, I guess, but you know, I've been watching Juicy Jazz and I love, she's feeling like she wants to get back into colorful looks and all the inspiration. I just try to take inspiration from myself because I feel that if I'm not like on Pinterest, if I'm on anything else, I'll be saying I'm looking for something and then I just end up doom scrolling. So watching my own channel is a way for me to avoid doom scrolling, but I still get to bounce around and look at the different things that I've done, get inspiration from myself, things like that. So that's why I like to have my own channel on in the background, because I can just get lost in a doom scroll. And this morning time when my son is at school is very precious to me, so I don't want to squander it watching ridiculous things, unless it's videos about talking birds. I'm like half of mine of this is so interesting, like nature is amazing, this is so cool, and then the other half of me is like, kill it with fire, because why is that bird whispering to you, like literally whispering? And then why is this other bird like crying like a baby, even doing the breath like they shouldn't be able to do that. So you have to kill it with fire to purify it, you know what I mean? And then I also want to We don't have ravens here. I've seen ravens. When my husband took us, I don't know, we were somewhere. We'd be everywhere, but I know how to befriend a crow, and I'm this close to doing it, okay? I'm gonna call on the Morgan and be like, can I have one or two? Let's move on. Okay, so this, now that I think about it, this tends to be the color or like the background that I typically use when I'm doing water activated liner. It just works really well. So let's pull them out. You already know, oh, maybe you don't know. Anywho, these are the Mehron Makeup Paradise palettes. These are water activated paints and I love them. This is the pastel one. She looking like that. And this is the basic one. And she looking like that. So I'm just going to use rose water because I'm too lazy to get up and go over there and get some waters. And what a perfect time to have so much made by Mitchell, because he has these brushes. One came with the Swerve case and another came with with something. And these are perfect for this type of liner. So wish me luck. I have no idea what we're gonna do. I usually end up with lines and dots because lines and dots is what I got. But we're gonna try to do a little something, okay? I think I'm gonna start with a basic liner. And, or you know what? I kind of want to do like something round. Cue the music and wish me luck. All right, guys, we're done, and this is what we have. I don't know what happened, but it happens, okay? And this is what happens when I'm trying to do graphic liner. I don't know how to do it, so I end up lines and dots, okay? So today I skipped out on the dots, but we got lots of lines, and that's just the way it's gonna be. I put a little bit on the lower lash line. I put a pink liner on my waterline, excuse me, and then on the liquid eyeshadow from Juvia's Place, I put my, one of the shades from the Royal Europe. Yeah, Royal Europe from Nomad. I put that on the lid because I thought that would play really nice with the liquid eyeshadow. Then I took my failed highlighter for my cheek in Lucky You. I put that on my inner corner and under the brow bone, okay? So we're blue heavy. I thought, you know, this is a lot of blue, girl. Don't put on a blue lip, okay? But I do like graphic liner, I really do. I gotta get better at it. I'm really bad with scale, and I'm really bad at placement, and then making them symmetrical. And unlike brows, I feel like we're kind of like programmed to see brows uneven and kind of miss it. But when your liner is uneven, I feel like you zero in on it, right? Right? Just me? Okay. But yeah, that is the finished look, guys. I'm gonna keep the lip matte. This is my Shape Lifter from Morphe in the shade Balance as my outer line. And then I actually have a Juvia's Place lipstick. It's not Soil. It could be Soil. It don't really matter. It don't matter. Just lips. It's lipstick, okay? But we're gonna keep her matte, and I'm gonna let you guys go. So thank you for coming to this, whatever the hell this was, all right? Very blue heavy. It could have been green. Next time it should be purple though, because I don't do enough purple brows. But either way, thank you for coming to my channel. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buff Hit Witch. I will see you in the next video, which will be very soon. But until then, guys, look, take care, okay?